Now we're going to try to show some of those principles, the flooding and the switching and those sorts of things. These machines should all have 192.168.1.51, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. What I'm going to do is go into demo mode here and the desktop and see if I can ping 192.168.150. And then we'll go back here and let's see if we can see it. And let's see if we can auto capture. We go into the switch, and since it doesn't have that MAC address, it goes out all of the ports. And the rest of them, the little X's says not to me. So now this one comes back, and let's see if it will then go next time, because remember this ping's going to be four of them. We're now switched. It went directly to the destination. If I go back into real time, this is the one that we were on, then we got there 0 packet loss. If I go into my switch here and go into enable mode, user exec mode, and I can show, and this is where the show commands are, ARP, now show MAC address table. Then VLAN, I have a MAC address dynamic on Fast Ethernet 02 and Fast Ethernet 03. Those are the only two that were there. If I go in here, let's see if we can populate this thing pretty quickly. If I ping the ping 192.168.1.255, then we're going to get we're getting responses, replies from 2, 50, 51, 52, 53, a whole bunch of them. So now let's go in here and by the way, one of the things I forgot to tell you, if you do the up arrow key, it recalls commands. So I did the up arrow key, show MAC address table. We now have a fairly populated MAC table. And you can see they're all dynamic, which means that they learn. We can have static. We can make static entries in here should we decide to do that. So overview there shows the you see now the MAC address table, see the MAC learning process, frame flooding out all of the ports except the one that came in on when we had the didn't have an entry in the MAC address table, and then frame switching after we had that address, it went directly to the destination device. So that should do it for that demo. Hope that it was useful. I forgot to do the hub demo so we can see what collisions look like. So let's go back to the demo mode here. I'm just going to ping the broadcast address so we can see what goes on here. Ping 192.168.1. It's the same network, got 255. So we have this ping, we have this packet here. Let's go in here and instead of doing that, let's go ahead and auto run it. It should go out all the ports because again there's no MAC addresses. There it goes out all of the ports. Comes back in the next time around, it should go out all of the ports again. Now we come back, we're going to start having collisions. That's what the little frame's talking about, because they're all sharing the media. The report that we had collisions are going to be there. So we have the issue of collisions when we have those devices available to us. And these guys are saying I didn't really want to do that. A lot of other protocols going on here. I left them all on so you can see spanning tree, things that we will talk about later on in the course. So a little quick and dirty simulation. Hubs, we have collisions, and you can see the difference between what happens to the frames that go out all the ports every time on a hub versus what happened in the switch.